Sleep podcast from Speak English with Miss Nova.
Imagine a small, dark room. It is midnight. The city is sleeping, but a father is awake. He is sitting at a wooden table under a single dim light. His hands are rough from working 12 hours a day. He looks down at his open wallet.
Inside the wallet, there is only a single $5 bill left. Just $5. And tomorrow is his little daughter's 7th birthday. A single tear falls from his eye and lands on the empty leather.
Welcome back to the Speak English with Miss Nova podcast. I'm Miss Nova.
And I'm Zane. We are absolutely thrilled you are here with us today. Get ready, because today's episode is completely different.
Yes, Zane. We are introducing a brand new way for you to learn English. From now on, you will never get bored.
Exactly. No more boring grammar rules. No more dry vocabulary lists. Through the power of story listening, we are going to teach you natural, daily life conversational English.
When you connect with the real emotions of a story, your brain absorbs English naturally and effortlessly. It is the perfect mix of entertainment and progress.
And today, we have a deeply moving, emotional story about a single father. But wait. Inside this plot, you are also going to master 5 powerful English idioms to level up your vocabulary. You get the emotional plot, and you get the English progress.
So make your favorite coffee, find a comfortable seat, and let's enter the world of David and his sweet 7-year-old daughter, Lily.
David was a single father. His wife had passed away when Lily was just a baby. Since that day, Lily was his whole world. Every choice he made, every drop of sweat he shed was for her.
But life in the big city was hard. David worked as a mechanic in a noisy garage. He fixed cars from early morning until the sun went down. He worked until his back ached and his fingers were stained with black oil.
Every evening, he came home exhausted. But the moment he saw Lily's smiling face running toward the door, all his tiredness disappeared. She would wrap her tiny arms around his neck and say, "Daddy, I missed you."
But tonight, the house was silent. Lily was sleeping peacefully in her small bed, clutching a broken teddy bear. David sat at the kitchen table, his heart heavy.
Let's pause our story right here for our very first advanced English lesson. Looking at his empty wallet, David's heart was heavy with grief.
Oh, heavy with grief. Zane, can you explain this beautiful idiom to our listeners in easy English?
Of course, when you say someone is heavy with grief, it means they are experiencing an extreme amount of sadness or deep sorrow. It feels like a physical weight on your chest because of bad circumstances. For example, after his shop burned down, the old man was heavy with grief.
Exactly. David felt helpless because he wanted to buy Lily a beautiful birthday dress, but he had no money. But a father's love is stronger than poverty. David wiped his tears, looked at his sleeping daughter, and made a silent promise.
The next morning, Lily woke up and saw a small piece of bread with a single candle on it. David smiled and sang, "Happy birthday, my princess."
Lily's eyes sparkled. She didn't complain about the small bread. She hugged her father tightly and said, "This is the best cake ever, Daddy." David felt a mix of love and pain in his chest. He knew he had to do something special for her.
After dropping Lily at school, David went to his boss at the garage. He looked into his boss's eyes and asked for extra work. He said, "Sir, I will clean every corner. I will stay until midnight. Please, I need extra hours today."
This brings us to our second incredible idiom. David was ready to go the extra mile for his daughter. To go the extra mile means to make a special effort, to do much more than what is required or expected of you, just to help someone or achieve a goal. For example, a good teacher always goes the extra mile for her students. Exactly. David didn't just do his basic job. He worked double because of his love. His boss saw his dedication and agreed. David worked non-stop. His hands were bleeding. His body was shaking with exhaustion. But in his mind, he only saw Lily smile.
By 11 p.m., the work was finished. The boss walked up to David and handed him an envelope. Inside, there was double the money he expected. The boss said, "You are a good father, David. Take this." David thanked him from the bottom of his heart. He ran to the toy store just before it closed and bought the most beautiful, shiny blue dress Lily had ever seen. He hurried home, holding the dress tightly against his chest. But as he turned the corner into his dark street, he saw something that made his breath stop. The journey was about to take a dangerous turn. What happened to David? Did he reach home safely? Join us right now to find out how this powerful story ends and to learn 3 more advanced idioms.
David was running home with the blue dress, but suddenly he saw a fire engine roaring past him. The sirens were loud.
He followed the red lights, and his heart dropped. The smoke was coming from his own apartment building. People were running out into the street, crying and shouting.
David dropped the dress on the pavement. He didn't care about the money anymore. He didn't care about the extra work. He only screamed one name: Lily!
The building was covered in thick, black smoke. The firefighters were trying to stop the flames, but David couldn't wait. He pushed past the safety ropes. He ran straight into the burning building. Zane, this is so terrifying. The air inside was hot and filled with dangerous smoke. David couldn't see anything. He covered his face with his wet jacket and climbed the smoky stairs, coughing violently.
He reached his apartment door and kicked it open. The living room was on fire. Through the smoke, he saw Lily hiding under the kitchen table, crying and terrified.
David rushed forward, scooped her up into his strong arms, and shielded her body with his own. As he turned to run out, a burning piece of wooden roof fell directly onto his shoulder.
David groaned in intense pain, but he did not drop his daughter. He ran down the collapsing stairs, bursting out into the cold night air, and collapsed on the grass outside. He was breathing heavily, his clothes were burnt, but Lily was completely safe in his arms.
Let's pause here for a very deep idiom. In that dangerous moment, David steeled his heart to save his daughter.
Wow, steal one's heart? That sounds incredibly powerful. What does it mean exactly, Nova?
To steal your heart means to make yourself unfeeling, brave, or emotionally strong in order to face danger or a very difficult task without showing fear or giving up. David made his mind like steel. He ignored the fire and the pain because his only focus was his daughter's life.
Beautiful. You can use it like the soldier steeled his heart before entering the battlefield. Now let's see what happens after the fire.
David was taken to the hospital. His burns were treated, but his apartment was completely destroyed. He had lost his clothes, his savings, and the beautiful blue dress. He sat on the hospital bed, looking at the floor, feeling defeated once again.
Lily sat next to him, holding his burnt hand. She whispered, "Daddy, don't be sad. You are my superhero. I don't need a dress. I only need you."
Just then, the door of the hospital room opened. It was David's boss from the garage, along with 3 neighbors from their apartment building. They were holding bags of clothes, food, and a brand new box.
The boss stepped forward and said, "David, the whole neighborhood heard about what you did. You ran into the fire without thinking twice. You have inspired all of us."
The neighbors opened the box. Inside was a collection of money they had raised to help David find a new home. And right on top of the money was a beautiful, clean, shiny blue dress for Lily. Oh my goodness, Zane. 2 beautiful things happened here. The neighbors proved they have a heart of gold.
Yes. As we know, to have a heart of gold means to be incredibly kind, generous, and deeply helpful to others. And look at David's reaction. He started crying tears of joy openly in front of everyone. In English, we say he wore his heart on his sleeve.
Wear your heart on your sleeve. That means to openly show your exact emotions and feelings rather than hiding them inside. David was so grateful that his true feelings were visible to everyone.
You can use it in a sentence like, "John is a sensitive guy. He always wears his heart on his sleeve."
David thanked everyone with wet eyes. He realized that even though he was a poor single dad, his sacrifice had created a wave of kindness around him.
Lily put on her blue dress, danced around the hospital room, and for the first time in a long time, David's heart felt completely light and full of peace. Little by little, through love and community, they were ready to build a beautiful new life together.
What a breathtaking story of a father's love. But now it is time for your progress. It's time for the Miss Nova Challenge.
Today, we mastered 5 magnetic idioms. Heavy with grief, deep, painful sadness. Go the extra mile. Make a special effort beyond expectations. Steal one's heart. Make oneself emotionally strong and brave. Have a heart of gold. To be extremely kind and generous. Wear one's heart on one's sleeve. Show emotions openly.
Now, choose just one idiom that you fell in love with today. Make a very simple sentence with it and write it in the comments section below. Zane and I will personally read your sentences and give you feedback.
This is your tiny gym session for today. If you loved this exciting and emotional way of learning English through storytelling, please show us some love. Like this video right now, subscribe to the Speak English with Miss Nova channel, and share it with someone you care about.
Your support helps our little channel create more powerful, engaging content for you every single day.
Thank you for listening. Keep your learning consistent, and we will see you in the next beautiful story.
Bye.